Let me introduce you to Pablo. I met Pablo Lucina when he reached out to me on December 27th, 2017. At that time, Pablo had been trading for a few years. He sent me a few emails, and immediately I was able to see his passion for the markets. But he was stuck. He had tried out different educators. When I asked him, he told me he was learning a little bit about everything, but not much about anything. But when he found me, he knew right away. And as you can see, December 30th, this was 2017. I've been trading for a little bit. I have never found anything like your content. Trading any other way feels like gambling. Don't know how I've managed to stay alive this year. Your relative value approach was an instant yes for me. I want in. So I met Pablo. He found me just on YouTube. At that time, he was a data center network engineer. He left May 2018. He joined me December 27th, actually, 2017. And within 4 or 5 months, Pablo, you can see his success, February 27th, just turned 29, looking to trade full time. This was January 27th, talking about all the things that he learned and what's changed. Broke year to date, 100K, my parents' account and mine, blown away. Finally, March, 3 months after joining, putting in my 2 weeks notice, taking trading on full time. I love sharing this, but I also want to show you all the emails so you can see that there's just no bullshit. Also, Pablo is answering your questions. Pablo developed this tool, so if you're skeptical at all, just ask. He's on the other side of your question. What was the one lesson that nudged Pablo on the right path? What was the one thing? In his email, he said relative value trading. What's relative value trading? It's just pair trading, comparisons. The one lesson that nudged Pablo on the right path, I'm guessing Pablo is smiling right now. What do we mean by rubber bands? Well, think about a rubber band. Think about pulling a rubber band apart. We think about this in correlations. When you exercise more, you get stronger. When you exercise more, you're certainly not going to get weaker, right? So a rubber band can pull apart, but inevitably, if you keep exercising, you're going to get stronger. So that rubber band's going to come back together. We can use this example on millions of different things. Something that we use often is gold and silver. The relationship of gold and silver. It could stretch, it could break down a little bit, but overall, 10 years from now, the odds of gold being up 30% and silver being down 30%, I would have to say are 0.0. They're correlated. If gold's up 30%, I think it's probably fair that we can make the assumption that silver is probably up 25 to 35% as well. We look at everything like a rubber band. We don't want to guess whether gold's going to go higher or whether gold's going to go lower. We want to play the difference between those two. Another example, USD, Canadian dollar. These are correlated. We're probably not going to see, or let's hope we never see, these two completely moving in different ways. So in front of you is just the US-Canadian relationship. Rather than speculate on one side, guys, we want to look at these relative to one another. Okay? Can I get a proof of life check? Does this make sense so far? I would really appreciate it. Can I get a Y if this makes sense, and an N if this doesn't make sense, and any other letter if you just don't want to play my game? You guys are awesome. Thank you. I appreciate it. This is the foundation of everything. There, it's funny. I got a cue. This is the foundation of everything that we do. Everything is a rubber band. What the VIX tool does is the VIX tool looks at the different VIX products and compares them against one another. So what is the VIX? The VIX is just, it's the volatility index. The VIX is a measure of expected price fluctuations in the S&P, and it's a 30-day measurement. So the 30-day VIX, that's the VIX. But what we also have, a 9-day VIX. We have the 9-day VIX, we have the 30-day VIX. You can look at a 27-day VIX, a 30-day, a 33, a 60-day, a 90-day, a 1 year. So instead of just looking at whether the VIX is going to go higher or lower, again, we want to look at as a rubber band.